So I take back what I said the other day. She's opened herself to criticism now. She's done it. You just had to open your mouth, didn't you, Daisy? Daisy? You just had you just had to do it. You couldn't just stay quiet and just accept that your character that you played was a terribly written character. Instead, no, you have to blame men. Because apparently it's all men's fault for not liking a strong, powerful, badly written woman. Star Wars lead Daisy Ridley says she pays no attention to negative criticisms of Rey's character. I cannot change the way that some men see women. Oh, Daisy. Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. Why have you done this to yourself? You could have just stayed quiet and not said anything. But of course, you have to blame men. Because women weren't criticizing Rey's character, of course. Oh, no, no, no. Why would women ever criticize a character so strong and powerful as Rey? Because if she is a woman, that means all women are just automatically bound to like her. And it's only evil, toxic men who are ooh, we don't like the character. God, it must be nice living in Hollywood with having such a narrow vision of everything and having this little bubble around you at all times. So people were saying she was a Mary Sue. She was good at everything. We have Luke, the very beginning. Also, Princess Leia. I repeat this over and over. Oh, you hate women. And yet the same guys you say hate women loved Princess Leia. Why? Because she was a good character. She was well written. She was a strong, independent woman, but she was well written. She had her flaws. She had her vulnerabilities. And that's what people loved about her. That just because she was like, almost like royalty, princess, she wasn't any better than anyone else. She was right there in the action trying to, prevent things. So that's what people liked. So the men you say, oh, you just hate women, they love Princess Leia. So, but you have Luke, right? Luke, we see him from when we get first introduced to him, we see his like hero's journey. We see him training with Yoda. We see him trying to master the Force and this and that, right? And then we have Anakin, who, small boy, Metachlorians are off the scale. Oh my God, this kid is the child of prophecy. He's going to be the one who restores balance to the Force. And yet he wasn't like, oh, hey, look what I can do. I can master lightsaber without... No, he had to be trained. Obi-Wan had to train him. Qui-Gon had to train him. So it's like, if you remember, they brought him to the council and they're like, yeah, we don't want you to train this kid. Much fear I sense in him. And everyone's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't train this kid. And Qui-Gon is just like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. And they're like, okay, dude. So he was trained. He was trained. He couldn't just pick up a saber and just know how to use it. He was talented, able to build robots and stuff like that. But he wasn't like, oh my God, I'm suddenly great at everything I do. But then Rey comes along, never picked up a lightsaber, suddenly mastering it. Never used the Force. Hey guys, look, I'm able to pick things up that people 40 years my senior couldn't even do. Aren't I cool? And you expect us to like that character. People don't like that. It's like, why were the two dudes in the series, why were they shown having some kind of montage or training? And then the woman, especially when the series is taken over by a woman, suddenly she doesn't need any training. She just picks up on everything right away. It's like with Korra. People were like, well, Korra, it's like you see Aang in The Last Airbender. You see him, yes, he was a master, or not even a master at it. He was great at airbending, but then he had to learn and master earthbending and waterbending and firebending. And then Korra comes along, and at like age 4, she's like, poof, 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 and it's like, what? So the dude had to master everything, and this chick somehow is just born with this talent. bad writing. That is what people are concerned about. But nope, criticize a female character, you hate women. She pays little attention to the more aggressive criticisms of her character because she accepts that she cannot change the way that men look at men. Some men look at women. Again, so you're saying that literally no woman at all has criticized your character. Again, it must be so nice to live in Hollywood and be in such a freaking bubble. Yeah, it's like, you, huh, never done this before, but hey, looks like I've got the hang of it after a few seconds. Um, I was simply asked if I wanted to do it based on an idea without story or blah blah blah. But I had not been convinced by the concept. The film would not have been seen in the light of day. I took my time to think about it for a day and said to myself that I had a great time on these films. The new adventure seemed fun to me, so why say no? Like I just the great way to make people want to watch Mayor Ray Sue movies that are supposed to come up. That's cool because Star Wars fans don't pay attention to you either, kid. When they make everything about race and or gender, you know you have nothing else. It's like, oh, just let her dig. How sexist is it to say that only men have an issue with these badly written characters? She lives in her own boat. And these, I haven't even checked the comments, but they are saying everything I just said. Again, they are saying that no woman has ever criticized Ray. No, but they have criticized. But because they're right wingers, their points and their criticisms aren't valid. The only the only ones that are valid are the ones who are like, "Oh my God, Ray is so stunning and brave. Oh my God, she is just such a strong, powerful, independent woman. This is the best character ever introduced in Star Wars, hands down. She slays. She slays." But then you say, "No, she's a badly written character." Shut the fuck up, you misogynistic pig. Cannot change when people fix that. We cannot change the way that some people look at badly written characters. Exactly. Being poorly written has nothing to do with gender. No, Daisy, that's not it. Not many fans care for her or for her character. She, along with Star Wars, Disney, and Lucasfilms, ruined Star Wars created by George Lucas. I mean, what is it so hard for these people to comprehend? Just because you criticize a character doesn't mean you hate that gender. Again, they're saying that literally no woman has criticized Rey, which we know is we see it all the time. I mean, people even go out of their way to say, "Hey, I am left leaning, and I think this is ridiculous, and I think this is a poorly written character." But then if you're on the left and you criticize this shit, well, then you're labeled as a far right extremist. Automatically, you're a far right extremist. Even if you support everything else, saying she's a poorly written character, nope. You're far right extremist, and you automatically, that means you voted for Donald Trump, and that you kick puppies, and that when your mom says I love you, you don't say I love you back. Because these people are so fucking narrow minded, and it's in such a secluded little bubble, they can't comprehend that other people have differentiating opinions in them. That people look at characters for what they are, characters, and they judge that character by their character, by how well they are written, because they need to be created by someone. And when the people creating these characters are writing terrible characters and just making them girl bosses just for the sake of doing it, that doesn't appeal to people. That doesn't appeal to people. These people think that women want to see these girl bosses. No one had a problem with Leia. Men, women, no problem with her because she was well written. What is so hard to understand about this? For college people who claim to be college educated, you lot really are fucking stupid. So you could say, "Oh, we're college educated and we're better than you plebs." Yeah, you clearly don't understand that criticizing a character and how badly written they are doesn't equate to them hating that gender. I guess you guys are showing your true intelligence, huh? Isn't that right? College educate, huh? Oh, I went to college. Well, good for you. Apparently, it didn't do much for you because you're fucking stupid. You're stupid. So, Daisy, I said about you and Kelly Marie Tran that, people deserve, need to apologize to you guys. No, no, fuck you. No, Kelly Marie Tran is like the only one that people need to apologize to now. She got all the hate for no reason. She didn't write her character. She didn't give the character that stupid freaking whatever they gave her as a haircut. She had nothing to do with her character. She was just a woman looking for, a job, because far and few roles in Hollywood. And she was just looking for a paycheck. She didn't write the character. She had nothing to do with it. It's not her fault that her character was underused and completely as bland as the bowl of grape nuts without sugar and milk. It's not her fault. So she deserves an apology. But no, no. You can join the club of people who couldn't shut their freaking mouths. Again, criticizing a character being badly written doesn't mean you hate that gender, because there are plenty of male characters that are badly written. So what? We hate men? We hate men? So the men who criticize, they hate men? Yeah. The logic kind of falls apart. No, no, no. They'll do some mental gymnastics. They're like, well, a man hating on other men, it's because of internalized whatever. So I hope you guys aren't hurting your necks and backs too much with these mental gymnastics you guys are doing. Anyway, Hollywood, it must be nice to live in such a place, in such a secluded bubble where any criticism you get, you can deflect right back. Like, oh, you just hate women. You're just a phobist and ism. But that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.